Hi, everybody. Welcome to our reading group today. We are going to read another Magic School Bus because she has such great science books called Inside the Earth. So last time we read, I didn't know who wrote this one because I don't know who writes the Magic School Bus. And it was Kristen something or another. And this one's a different author. So the Magic School Bus is like a normal series, like the Percy Jackson, like we've read, is not written by the same people every time. So that's interesting to me. So here we go. This one is called The Magic School Bus Inside the Earth. And this goes along with our space theme because Earth is in space. Now there's a lot of little kind of writings on here. I'm not going to read all of that to you because I don't think you'll listen to me if I read it all, and I think you'll turn me off. In Miss Frizzle's class, we had been learning about animals' homes for almost a month. We were pretty tired of it, so everyone was happy when Miss Frizzle announced, "Today we start something new." You guys can relate to that. You get sick of me talking about the same things, don't you? Never? You love hearing me talk about anything? Good to hear. "We are going to study about our Earth," said Miss Frizzle. She put us to work writing papers about Earth science. And for homework, she said, each person must find a rock and bring it to school. It's a pretty easy homework assignment. But the next day, almost everyone had some excuse. "I couldn't find any rocks. I found one, but my dog ate it." "Your dog ate a rock?" Only 4 people had done the homework, and Phil was the only one who had found a real rock. "That's not a rock." "It is too a rock." "Is that a rock?" "It's part of an old 7-Up bottle." "Oh dear." "I guess we'll have to go on a field trip and collect rocks," said Miss Frizzle. You never know what will happen on a trip with Miss Frizzle. Her new class was a trip in it, or I'm sorry, her new dress was a trip in itself. At first, the old school bus wouldn't start, and finally we were on our way, and usually her dresses give a hint to what kind of trip they're going to take. When we came to the field, all the kids wanted to get out of the bus, but suddenly the bus began to spin like a top. That sort of thing doesn't happen on most class trips. When the spinning finally stopped, some things had changed. We all had on new clothes. The bus had turned into a steam shovel, and there were shovels and picks for every kid in the class. "Start digging," yelled Miss Frizzle, and we began making a huge hole right in the middle of the field. If we were in class, I would read all these little things to you, but it's easier when we're in class. Before long, clunk, we hit rock. The Frizz handed out jackhammers. We began to break through the hard rock. Those are hard to use. I don't want to use one. Handy Mirandy's not touching one, but these kids are doing a good job. "Hey, these rocks have stripes," said a kid. Miss Frizzle explained that each stripe was a different kind of rock. We've talked about some of these in class. Do you guys remember? We chipped off pieces of the rocks for our class rock collection. "These rocks are called sedimentary rocks, class," said Miss Frizzle. There are often fossils in sedimentary rocks. Wouldn't you know it? Just when we were finding lots of fossils, Miss Frizzle said, "Back on the bus, kids." Then, as we were driving along, we heard rock crumbling beneath us. Down we went. Before everything was pitch black, and we were falling. How about I show you the whole book? That might be a good idea, even the bottom of it, don't you think? We landed with a bump. Miss Frizzle switched on the headlights. We had fallen through a hole into a huge limestone cave. "Rainwater has been dripping down through the earth for ages," said Miss Frizzle. "The water wore away this cave in the rock." The farther we went down, the hotter it got. The rocks were harder too. "These are rocks that were changed from one kind to another by heat and pressure," explained the Frizz. Do you guys remember the name for that? Rocks that were changed are called metamorphic rocks. Metamorphosis, like a butterfly, they go through a metamorphosis. We went down even farther toward the center of the earth. We hit rock that was formed billions of years ago from a pool of melted rock under the Earth's surface. Rock like this is called igneous rock. We had dug all the way through the Earth's crust. It was so hot now that Miss Frizzle told us to get back on the bus. Think it's as hot as our classroom when the AC doesn't work? Or maybe a little hotter. I bet it's a little hotter. She stepped on the gas and the bus started really drilling. Soon we were actually inside the Earth. It was hot, 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 and it got hotter, hotter as we zoomed toward the center. Look at those temperatures. We were glad when Miss Frizzle headed out again. We reached the Earth's crust and drove straight up through the tunnel of black rock. It was great to see the sky. Then when we looked around, we had come out on an island in the middle of the ocean. Isn't this wonderful, class? Said Frizzy. We've driven right up on a volcanic island. It didn't look like much, but if Miss Frizzle was right, the whole island was one big volcano. We were nervous, but Miss Frizzle made us collect some rocks. She said they had all hardened from melted rocks that had come out of the volcano. Then suddenly we heard rumblings from above. Guys, I will not be taking you on a volcano. I don't feel like... Oh no, my book just ripped. Oh my gosh, I said, oh no, my book ripped. And look at what the bus says. Uh-oh. How fitting. I must have known that was going to happen. We scrambled into the bus. The Frizz turned the ignition key and stepped on the gas. Nothing happened. The bus would not start. We thought we were goners. Red-hot lava came streaming out of the volcano. Some of it shot into the air like a fountain. Some of it flowed over the land like a river. Our bus went along with it, right into the sea. I've shown you guys some videos of volcano eruptions that are happening in the sea and what it looks like when it goes into water. Do you remember that? We did it on Instagram. When the red-hot lava hit the water, it made a huge cloud of steam. All we could see was white. We seemed to be rising with the steam and floating along. No one knows how long we floated in the clouds. But when it finally cleared, we were back in the school parking lot. Oh, I'm so sad about this book. All the pages are coming out. It had been a weird trip, but we did get a great rock collection for our class. Thanks for reading with me, everybody. I'll see you later.